the funny in it, finding the silver lining. Like,
Yeah.
there's that, and then also just the notion of like, I never really, even growing up, was never like someone who got upset. Like, I'll get annoyed. I'll get like, if someone is upsetting me, then I will make efforts to distance myself. But like, there's very few things that like make me angry, because I'll just cut it out. I don't need it. I'm very quick to chop. That's all.
That's so nice.
That's really smart. That like takes so long to learn. Like we've recently only come up on the concept of like relinquishing something rather than scorning it and condemning it, like, and like moving like away from it. Like if you isn't that Neville Goddard book. I read it just recently on an episode, and I can't remember the exact terminology, but that's what it was about. And that's so smart, just to know kind of whatever you put your focus and energy into is what's going to catch momentum. So it's like, how long do you want it to be like that?
Yeah, like you even brought up before, like you and I have had the pleasure and sometimes displeasure of having a few interesting clients.
Yep.
There's really no use trying to fight back and forth with those kind of people. You put up with what you can put up with, and when you reach the point where you can't, it's on you. Like, just do what's best for you and don't do it.
Exactly. And that's the thing, like you never have to be in a situation where you have to like take abuse or be in an uncomfortable situation, or like just run with a pack that's not really at your pace. Like you never have to torture yourself, and you can always just be like, excuse me, like I'm focused in another direction, and you communicate that, and everything can be harmonious.
Yeah, but exactly. You know my mantra is, now that I think about it, that really, when I fully grasped it, is what like set my life in a new direction, is just fuck it. If you could appreciate fuck it, the world is your oyster, because nothing really matters. Just enjoy it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it, dude. I love that.
If something's bothering you, someone's not treating you well, something's an issue, fuck it.
You're so right. It's like, go ahead.
Just like, what knowledge could you bestow upon someone who hears your words, they hear it, they're like, fuck it, that feels good right now, but when I'm in a situation where I actually need to apply this fuck it, and I can't get there, I can't get to that letting go place, because so many people ask me that all the time, like, how do I let go, and I don't necessarily know what the answer is beyond like creating a meditation practice.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say, is mostly just like practice. It's something to get good at.
Yeah.
It's something to adopt and remind yourself of constantly, and like catch yourself not doing.
Yeah. And did you have any like growing pains? Because I definitely have had.
Hold on. There's a desk moving behind you. And I haven't
What are you talking about?
That's awesome. Yeah, it's a moving desk.
Yeah, bro. It's super sweet.
What was I saying?
Like people learning to adopt it and
discipline.
Oh yeah. Did you have any it doesn't sound like, it sounds like you've always sort of had this innately, but I found that when I know that I'm being sort of like an asshole to Evan unfairly, it's unjust because it's something that's going on within me and I can't like control my own vibration.
She abuses me.
I have that discomfort in my body where it's kind of like I'm like breaking almost, like I'm like, I'm gonna try really hard not to be an asshole anymore. And it is that like almost breaking of that habit or something that I find where the discomfort comes. But you're right, it is practice and it becomes less uncomfortable all the time.
Yeah, and I think part of the practice is, like you said, like looking inward, because if you realize you're uncomfortable and this doesn't feel good, then that's something to like turn the scope around and like, oh shit, what is it that I gotta deal with here?
Yeah.
That's usually, for most people, I think any sort of like outward aggressions or angers are 99.9% of the time something you got to deal with.
They're reflections and like to the cue, like you're manifesting these little things in your experience, this little movie of your consciousness. So it's like these are all figures of what you're seeing anyway, and only you subtly know. And if you remove yourself from it, the healthy practice of this discipline of like catching a higher perspective through meditation or stepping away and breathing is like, oh, I'm just watching this movie. So when you go to Netflix tonight or wherever you watch and you watch that movie, imagine how boring that movie would be unless this character had some sort of tragic thing to overcome. Yeah, where's the action? So it's like you're here for a reason. You're a tree growing branches and leaves, and these are all forms of life. Is every branch like fucking perfect? But no, it's a neat little adventure, and some of them look like fucking weird claws.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
Yo, you did stand up, right? Or you still do stand up?
Well, I mean, it's been 18 months, but
dude, that's so funny. I know I was on the phone with someone and